It's time to get things started here in Port Angeles. The left-hander, Caleb Williams, his first pitch is hit hard to left field, but snagged out there by Matt Naka. 1 pitch, 1 out to begin things here at Civic Field. Game 2 of this series between the Ridgefield Raptors and the Port Angeles Lefties.
Shortstop, number 10, Michael Perazzo.
That'll bring up the shortstop, Michael Perazzo. Williams, the left-hander. His first pitch, a fastball in there for a strike. 0-1. That's grounded left side and just goes foul. He gets ahead on 2. Williams, the 0-2, waved at and missed in the dirt. A throw down to first. It is just high, but Ethan Wood snags and steps on the bag. 3-pitch strikeout and an efficient start to the night from Caleb Williams. 1-pitch flyout and a 3-pitch strikeout.
Designated hitter number 20, JT Summers.
Just up high, the first pitch, 1-0. That fastball getting up to 87 miles an hour. The 1-0, shot to center. Matisic reining in, but cannot make the grab. And it drops for a base hit. 1 on here in the top of the first inning, and that'll bring up the left fielder, Zach Wattis.
The left fielder, number 23, Zach Wattis.
Lefty-lefty matchup. Williams and Wattis as that's fouled back. 0-1. Ridgefield Raptors took last night's matchup in dramatic fashion. 15-2 win over the Port Angeles Lefties in Game 1. Zach Wattis went 4 for 5 with 4 RBI. As a wave and a miss makes it 0-2. Lefties looking to even the series and their record today. Sitting just 1 game below 500. 3-4. 0-2 now from the left-hander. Just up high. Runs in on him a little bit. Backs him off the plate, a fastball. At 85 miles an hour. Williams, 6'6", 180 pounds, a sophomore. Just finished his sophomore year in college. That drops below the zone. Curveball misses, 2-2. Two and two, 2 out. Slider, check, swing, appeal down to the infield umpire, and he did go around. Strike 3, second strikeout of the inning. And a good slider from Caleb Williams sets down the third out of the inning, allows 1 hit, but leaves him stranded quickly. We go to the bottom of the first inning, and the Lefties look to get some quick offense. Back now in the bottom of the first inning is the catcher, was outfielder in his first couple appearances, now catching for the Port Angeles Lefties, Caden Young from Fordham University. The 0-1 from the left-hander Parker Whites is fouled away. 0-2 now. Excuse me. The left-hander Parker Heights. The slider, a check swing, and an appeal down to first. He did go. A 3-pitch strikeout to start the day for Parker Heights.
First baseman from Wright State University.
And that'll bring up Ethan Wood, the power-hitting first baseman.
Ethan Wood.
Just finished his freshman year at Fresno State University, D1 school. Parker Heights misses a slider low and away. Two and 0 after he missed. He pitched 14 and a third innings in his freshman year at Fresno State, as that is waved at and missed by Wood. He battles back in the count, 2-1. Allowed 8 hits, 5 earned runs, walked 7, struck out 6. Allowed 4 extra base hits. Wave and a miss at the off speed there. 2-2, had him out in front looking for a fastball. Evens out the count. Two balls and 2 strikes here. The pitch on the way. Slider, swing and a miss from Wood. Pitch in the dirt. And cut on and missed. Strikeout number 1. Or excuse me, number 2 early on the day for Parker Heights. A pitch in the dirt. Ethan Wood could not hold himself back at the slider. Slider that get up to 80 miles an hour. And the bases are empty here for the Lefties' designated hitter, Carter Enoch. He caught for them last night. First pitch to him is in the dirt. Ball 1. The Lefties, their 1, 2, 3 hitters are Caden Young, Ethan Wood, and Carter Enoch, as that pitch is fouled away. And then after that follows the cleanup hitter, Matt Hanako, who had a home run last night. The 2 runs that the Lefties finished with. Angel Vasquez, Wyatt Moeller, George Smith, Jordan Daniels, and who has been the consistent 9-hitter for the Lefties, Sam Matisich. That is called strike 2 on the outer edge. Count moves to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Heinz looking for a quick first inning. That is in the dirt. It's 2-2 now with 2 gone in the inning. The Division I left-hander sets. And from the windup, kicks and fires. Swung on and grounded foul down the left field line. It is 2-2. it remains 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 gone. And a pitch that was just below the zone. Left there by the home plate umpire. And Heinz thought it was strike 3. He took a strut off the mound. Enoch left it low, a big lead take. And here's the payoff pitch on the way. 3-2, 2 out. Strike 3 called at the bottom of the zone, almost in the same spot, just a little bit higher. Enough needed to get the strike 3 call. We go to the top of the second inning. Lefties and Ridgefield, quick innings. Top of the second inning here at Civic Field. It is Cade Ladahoff coming in for the Ridgefield Raptors in their black jerseys with gray pants. Yesterday they went all gray. It was a little bit darker of a shade of gray as the first pitch is called in there for a strike. The Lefties tonight go with white pants and their blue and orange tops with their multicolored hats, an orange bill, a white front, and a blue body with their signature Marmot logo. It is 1 ball and 1 strike here to Ladahoff, who did not play last night, as the 1-1 is in there, and Williams gets ahead 1-2. Mm-mm. 1-2 on the way. Shot high to the shallow left field area, and Akko gets under it and cannot squeeze it. So an E7 puts a runner on second here with nobody out. Cade Ladahoff reaches via error. He got under it, and the sun messed with him just enough for it to miss his glove. Went and straight hit the ground out there. The 0-1 fouled away quickly, 0-2 now. Runner on second here. Nobody out in the inning. Caleb Williams quickly looking to get out of things. And it would help him here as time is called to record a strikeout here. 0-2. Williams comes set, looks on. And a slider hit up the middle for a base hit. The stop sign being held up at third for Ladahoff, and the runner advancing to second. Enoch will not throw from behind the plate. Excuse me. That is Caden Young behind the plate. Enoch was behind the plate last night. So a single and advancement. There's runners on second and third now for the Ridgefield Raptors in the top of the second inning with nobody out. A slider that caught just too much of the plate. And brought right back up the middle. Here's Jaden Blaulick. Blaulick last night, 1 for 5. As that gets away from Young behind the plate. A play at the plate will be not in time. A throw in time, but a little bit high. A tag could not be applied, and a wild pitch results in a run here. Ridgefield gets on the board in the top of the second inning. Fouled away. 0-1. One ball, one strike after the wild pitch to Blaulick is waved at and missed. A fastball gets by the hands of Blaulick. It's 1-2. Pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. And got away from Caden Young behind the plate, but he picks it up and tag applied quickly. So another strikeout for Caleb Williams tonight.
The right fielder, number 16, Reed Farrell.
And that'll bring up Reed Farrell, the right fielder. Hitting from the right side. Slider gets off the front foot of Farrell on the first pitch. And now there's runners on the corners, which does allow Caleb Williams to get out of the inning by rolling a ground ball. A middle infield of Wyatt Moeller at second base and Angel Vasquez at short, very capable of rolling a double play. First base and third base playing in, preventing a bunt. Here with one out. We saw them do that last night, drove in a run. And that is just below the plate. 1-1. One and one with one out here. Left-hander as time is called. And they will not count the results of the pitch. It's 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. That was odd. The pitch not counted. So that is waved at and missed. 1-2. The 1-2 grounded towards the left side, softly hit, and the double play will not be made, but the out at first in time, the throw by George Smith over at third base. And a ground out. Advances the runner on first to second. And scores a run for the Ridgefield Raptors. 2-0 here with a 2 spot in the top of the second inning. And a runner on second base here with 2 gone in the inning. Lefties looking for some action here. Anything in play could be an out. If it drops, it could score the run. It's been mostly contact-induced outs for Williams so far tonight. He has 2 strikeouts already. And is behind 2-0 in the count here. 2-0, 2 outs, pitch on the way. Just up high, ball 3. He's behind 3-0 now. Ball 4. That misses the plate up high. And there's runners on first and second now. A 4-pitch walk brings up the top of the order, Ken Tomitaka.
The shortstop, number 10, Michael Peraza.
Excuse me, that was the top of the order, Ken Tomitaka. That's the shortstop now, Michael Peraza. That misses high as well, 1-0. Williams looking to battle back here. Down 1-0, kicks and fires. It's low as well. The shadow starting to be cast over the infield of Civic Field out there. As Colby Schuber comes out to talk to Williams on the mound. You can see the shadow of the grandstands down the first baseline cast over the second base bag, along with nearly all of right field going into right center. And that's the way it goes at Civic Field every night. The sun sets obviously off to the west, and it covers really all of the field, the shadow of the grandstand. Progressively, as the night goes on, it's 2-0 here to Michael Peraza as he awaits, and he finds the zone. Whatever Colby Schuber said to him up there is obviously working. He gets right back into it, 2-1. Lefty-lefty matchup. Swung on and missed, strike 2. A force in any bag would get Port Angeles out of the inning here. A 6'6" left-hander on the mound comes set. Looks in and fires. Curveball. Just misses up high. 3-2. The ultimate payoff pitch here coming. 3-2 with 2 out and a runner in scoring position. Here it comes. Swung on, grounded over to second. Wyatt Moeller fields, goes to first in time to Ethan Wood, and he gets out of the inning. Allows 2 runs here in the top of the second, but minimizes damage with 2 runners on. We go to the bottom half of the second, and the lefties look to at least get 1 back. Madanako steps in here in the bottom of the second, ready to get things started. And the pitch on the way is up high from Parker Heights. One 1-0 pitch. Fouled away, off towards the right side. Into the first base Lefties dugout. One and one with one out here. Pitch on the way is down low. A ball, 2-1. Akko ahead in the count 2-1. And now 3-1 as that one misses low as well. Tonight a much nicer night. There is a bit of cloud cover, but no rain in the forecast in Port Angeles. A little bit earlier this evening, but none now. Akko sends one to left. Softly hit, and Zach Wadas is under it to record the first out of the bottom of the second inning.
From Dodge City Community College, number 12, Angel Vasquez.
Angel Vasquez in now. He's been moved from the leadoff hitter in the Lefties lineup down to the 5-hole. Tonight, Caden Young hitting leadoff. This is popped foul off towards the right side, now to play. That one low and away in the dirt. Kicks away from the backstop behind the plate. Bo Rico, but quickly grabbed. The 2-1 with one out is shot up the middle. A leaping attempt by second baseman Jaden Blalock can't grab it. 93 miles an hour off the bat. A barrel of a single from Angel Vasquez in the 5-hole. Now's a good time to take a look at the defensive lineup for the Ridgefield Raptors tonight, especially after the leaping attempt from the second baseman Jaden Blalock. It is Parker Heights starting on the mound. Bo Rico behind the plate. Cade Ladahoff at first. Jaden Blalock obviously at second base. Michael Perazzo shortstop. Ken Tomataka at third base. The left side of the infield identical to last night. In fact, almost all the infield aside from the first baseman Cade Ladahoff. The outfield left to right, Zach Wadas, Isaiah Hearn, and Reed Farrell. It is a 1-0 count to Angel Vasquez. No, excuse me, the number 6 hitter in the Lefties lineup, Wyatt Moeller. And as Moeller is up to bat, Vasquez takes second base. Two 2-0. Vasquez advances on a ball in the dirt. Safe at second base. And Lefties creating some traffic on the base paths. Moeller, straight out of high school, awaits the 2-0 pitch from Heights. It is fouled away. 2 balls and 1 strike. Wind blowing out to left field here at Civic Field. It's relatively active out there in the outfield. Trees swaying a moderate amount across 3rd Street. Past the left field fence. 2 balls and 1 strike on the way. Wave and a miss. Pitch caught the outside edge. Moeller behind on the 87-mile-an-hour fastball. Lefties looking to create some early offense. They gave up 2 runs in the top half of the inning. And have one of them here standing at second base. Pickoff move thought about on the mound by Heinz, but he doesn't commit to it and instead misses low with a breaking ball. It's 3-2 now.
Normally I would say that, but like everybody fears, I think it feels like we can get fired.
That is hit pretty softly over to second base, and the play made over there by Jaden Blalik does advance Vasquez over to third. So the lefties have one 90 feet away here in the bottom of the 2nd inning, and it brings up
Number 32, George.
the 3rd baseman, George Smith. Smith watches the first pitch low, 1-0 count. Vasquez standing 90 feet away. Smith with a job to do. 2 outs. Fly ball won't do it. He's got to get on via base hit. Or like we saw in the top half of the 2nd, Vasquez can score via wild pitch. Smith awaiting the pitch from the left-hander, which is up high. Makes the count 2-0. Fastball couldn't find the zone there. Vasquez takes his lead off third. Watches as Smith sends one to the left side of the infield. Tomataka on to first, makes the throw in time. We go to the 3rd inning here in Port Angeles. A quick first 2, and Ridgefield has a 2-0 lead. JT Summers leading off the top of the third inning. Caleb Williams fires one on the outside edge for a strike, 0-1.
Mixing it up the order, so I'm going top to bottom to top, just to at least have a different mix, so it's a little different.
Just missed high and away. Count moves to 1 ball and 1 strike. That one misses low, 2-1. A tight zone being run back there by the home plate umpire. As the wind starts to pick up a little bit more, a curveball misses inside. Everything looks a bit higher when coming from a 6'6" mound. Like Caleb Williams out there on the bump. He quickly works it into a full count. It's 3-2 here to JT Summers. And the payoff pitch is fouled back once again. We will do it again. Williams quickly back up on the mound. Working from a 2-run deficit. And we will see another payoff pitch. Here it is. Swung on and caught behind the plate. Strike 3. A throw down to first might have been unnecessary. It may have hit the ground. Summers retreated back to the dugout like it didn't hit anything, was not obstructed in any way, as lefties have action in the bullpen here, a right-hander. As the first pitch is fouled away, 0-1. Oh, and 1, a bunt attempt pulled back. A slider misses the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. Just missed there. That one misses too. 2-1. Zach Wattis last night, 4 for 5. 4 RBI, came across the score 3 times. The one time he did not reach base was a strikeout. It's 3 balls and 1 strike. Now one just missing off the edge. It's 3-1 to Zach Wattis. Up high, missed it, ball 4. And traffic here in the 3rd inning for Ridgefield.
First baseman, number 35, Kate Lodahoff.
Lodahoff awaits the first pitch. It is in there for a strike. Just catches the outside part of the zone. Trackman has it right there for a strike. 0-1. The pitch from the 6'6" lefty is fouled away. 0-2. Just an inning later, you can already see the shadow starting to take more effect out there, creeping more towards the left side of the infield, taking up more of right field. And an 0-2 pitch on the way is popped right side. Wood towards the lefty's dugout. Has a play and makes it quickly. 2 outs in the inning. The lefties' defensive lineup tonight, as we take a look at it. is Caleb Williams on the mound. Caden Young, who has been in left field with now, is the teammate of his, Matt Anako. It's Ethan Wood, Wyatt Muller, Angel Vasquez, and George Smith around the infield. As that is hit over to the right side of the infield, Muller makes a play, flips it to first in time for the third out of the inning. The rest of the defensive lineup, as we fade into the bottom of the third here, is Akko in left field, who normally was playing at third base and pinch hit earlier in this series. Homered last night. Matisic in center, where he's been, and Daniels in right field, where he's been. We go to the bottom of the third. The Lefties trail 2-0. Now in steps Jordan Daniels. Recently committed to Cal State Northridge. Finished his season at Citrus College this spring, as that's fouled away, 0-1. 2 shutout innings so far tonight for Parker Heights. That, along with 3 strikeouts. The 0-1. Down in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. It is 1 ball and 1 strike here to Jordan Daniels. The pitch, shot, right center field. It's going to drop for a base hit. Might be 2. Daniels takes a look, but stays put over at first base. Cashes in with a base hit into right center field. Lefties have traffic here early in the bottom of the third.
Number 11, Sam Matisic.
Sam Matisic rounding off the bottom of the Lefties order. And then Caden Young. That is also shot into right field. Another base hit, back-to-back knocks here as they throw into second base to try to get the lead runner. Was not in time. Back-to-back knocks here in the bottom of the third inning. The Lefties now threatening with 2 runners on and nobody out. And the top of the order, Caden Young.
Caden Young.
Young awaits the first pitch with a chance to cash him in here. Down low, a ball. A mound visit early here. They're coming to talk to Heinz on the mound and make sure that he can bear down and get done what needs to be done here without allowing a run in the bottom of the third inning. Obviously, Caden Young and the Lefties look to do the opposite of that and bring in a run here. At least one, if not more. The hope is always more for Donald Brand, the Port Angeles Lefties, especially in a situation here with nobody out. The quick chat with Heinz is over as they trot back to the dugout. And Caden Young from Fordham University flicks his bat and steps into the box. Ahead 1-0 in the count. And here's the pitch. Down, low, and inside. 2 balls, no strikes here to Young. Runners take their leads as Heinz gets on the rubber here. Young does a little check swing. Awaits the pitch. Shot. High up just towards the back of the infield. Dirt. He will trail onto the grass out there, Michael Perazzo, and make the grab. So 1 out in the inning, a high fly ball to shallow shortstop into left field. And that'll bring up the power-hitting first baseman Ethan Wood. He's hit 1 already out in this series, or in this homestand. He hit a home run in Game 3 of the series against the Pickles. One out here, pitch to Wood is taken on the outside edge for a strike, 0-1. Wood awaits. 0-1. Down low, a ball in the dirt. Runners stay put. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lefties would certainly love to capitalize here, and another big fly from Ethan Wood would really help them do such a thing. Would put them in front 3-2 with 2 runners on. Against the Portland Pickles, he hit 1 over the right center field fence in a 3-1 count. Lefty here. They just want him to put the ball in play. This is done. Ground ball. 3-6. Not in time on the back end. So advances the lead runner to third base, 90 feet away. The second time the Lefties have had a man there on the day. And now in steps the designated hitter, Carter Enoch.
From Saddleback College, number 13, Carter Enoch.
Runners on the corners here. Daniels, the lead runner. And that is shot foul off towards the right side and out of play. No balls, 1 strike here to Carter Enoch. And that's down low and away. 1-1. 2 outs here in the inning. A base hit here scores Jordan Daniels, excuse me. And the 1-1 is in the dirt. Jaden and Jordan, very similar names. Jordan Daniels, of course, the right fielder for the Lefties. Jaden Daniels, the quarterback for the Washington Commanders of the National Football League. 2-1, 2 outs. That is grounded over to the right side. Second base over to shortstop. A quick 4-6 out. And we go to the top of the 4th inning, where the Lefties try to hold on to the slim deficit that they have right now. Jaden Blatlick leading things off here in the top of the 4th inning for Ridgefield. As we take a look at their batting order as the first pitch is in there for a strike. They've got Ken Tomataka leading things off. He's playing first base. Perazo playing short just like last night. JT Summers, now the designated hitter, was playing first base last night, as that is fouled back as well, 0-2. And then Zach Wattis, Cade Ladahoff, Bo Rico. Ladahoff and Rico both new additions to the lineup tonight. Jaden Blatlick at second, Reed Farrell and Isaiah Hearn rounding out the bottom of the order. An 0-2 count here, Caleb Williams ahead after 2 straight foul balls from Jaden Blatlick. Williams, after consideration and a few shakes, gets his sign and fires it in there. It just misses high and away, 1-2. "6'6" left-hander fires it in there, fouled back off the catcher, Caden Young. And now we will see another 1-2 pitch. Blatlick 1 for 5 last night with a walk. The pitch on the way from Williams. Down low and inside. A lot of movement on that breaking ball, but could not find the zone with it. It got away from the catcher, Caden Young. Count now even at 2-2. That is grounded to the left side. Vasquez at shortstop has to make a quick transfer and a throw in time to get him. A nice feed there from Angel Vasquez over to first base, and now 1 out here in the inning.
Right fielder, number 16, Reed Farrell.
Reed Farrell steps in now. Center fielder Isaiah Hearn on deck. Down low. Two nothing ball game here in the 4th inning. Ridgefield leads as Williams comes set and from the stretch kicks and fires just off the outside edge. 2 balls, no strikes. Swing and a miss. That quickly changes. The count now 2-1. Waved out and missed now. Evens out the count. Farrell was not in the starting lineup last night for the Ridgefield Raptors. One of 3 new additions to the lineup today. The 2-2 inside, and it goes off of Caden Young's glove and gets the umpire right there in the spot between the mask and the padding in the neck. That does not feel good as the count goes full. 3-2. The trainer coming to check on him, make sure he is all right. The errant fastball getting the home plate umpire right in the windpipe. Cannot feel good. One out in the inning. As we take a break here, we will come back when the home plate umpire is able to reassume his position behind the plate. Home plate umpire Kyle Sisk has returned. And we are back in action here. 3-2 count with 1 out. And a wave and a miss. A long break, and we are back with a strikeout from Caleb Williams. The arm of home plate umpire Kyle Sisk is injured, the left arm. He was not able to bend it during the break. It may be fractured or worse, broken, but he is out there umpiring game right now. Shout out to home plate umpire Kyle Sisk, fouled back, 0-1. He has to make very, very carefully sure that he does not take another fastball to that arm. As that is grounded foul towards the right field line. It's 0-2 now with 2 outs. Caleb Williams looking to get the lefties into the bottom of the 4th after the near 20-minute delay. 0-2. Slider broke just the right amount, got over the zone, but Isaiah Hearn does a good job to be able to get a piece and foul it away. He will see another one here. Still an 0-2 count. 2-0 ball game, 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Williams kicks, fires up high, and that sure sparked the nerves of Sisk behind the plate, I'm sure. Seeing an errant fastball run away from Williams. However, Williams still ahead in the count. 1-2 here with 2 out. Strike 3 called. As you can see, Sisk unable to move that left arm, but he rings him up with his right. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. After the long delay, lefties look to battle back here from a 2-0 deficit. Bottom of the 4th inning, it is Matt Anako, the man who hit the home run last night and provided the lefties only 2 runs, stepping in. As the first pitch to him is high and away, 1-0. Heinz, wave and a miss from Ako, 1-1. Gets right back in it. Hines 6'4", 175, a freshman at Fresno State University. Just finished his freshman year. Shot into the right center gap, but Tails had some fade in it over towards the right fielder, Zach Wattis. And there's one gone here in the inning.
City Community College, number 12, Angel.
And it's Angel Vasquez stepping in now, the lefty shortstop. He was moved from the leadoff spot to the 5-hole in the Port Angeles lineup, and since then is 1 for 1, batting 1,000. It's 0-1 now to Vasquez. That's up high. As you can see, even on the center field camera now, the shadow creeping all the way, now touching the left center field fence out there. As that slider catches the outside edge. Right on the edge there. A lot of movement from the left-hander Parker Hines. There is a little bit of action in the Ridgefield bullpen as that's waved out and missed for strike 3. Down goes Angel Vasquez. And up comes the second baseman, Wyatt Moeller.
Second baseman from St. Mary's University, number 9, Wyatt Moeller. Is he not a big talker?
Strike 1 called on the outside edge. Oh and 1 to the second baseman, Wyatt Moeller. Down low in the dirt. 1-1 now. After a long break in the top half of the 4th inning due to an injury to the home plate umpire, Sisk, the lefties look to get some offense here in the bottom half, but that's grounded over to the third baseman, Ken Tomitaka, who fires it across in time for the 3rd out of the inning. We go to the top of the 5th inning, and the lefties trail 2-0. So 4 innings, and that's all for Caleb Williams, the lefty starter. Gives up 2 hits and 2 runs, but that is all. And now the lefty's bringing a new arm out of the bullpen. Aiden Ruiz from Dodge City Community College. At least that's where he finished his spring. There he made 22 appearances. Started 1 game. As the count moves 0-2. Pitched 44 and a third innings. Gave up 40 earned runs, 51 hits. Struck out 42 batters. And walked 36. Count remains 0-2 after a foul ball. And that's fouled away as well. Still 0-2. That 0-2 misses a changeup outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes from Ruiz. That one in the dirt. 2-2. Just approaching 8 o'clock here in Port Angeles. 7:59 p.m. And now, clock strikes 8 in the top of the 5th inning. That is grounded over to Wyatt Mueller at second. Quickly flips to Ethan Wood at first. And there's 1 gone here in the inning. That now brings up Michael Perazzo, the shortstop. It is the top of the order here for the Ridgefield Raptors. Number 1 hitter being Tomitaka, after Isaiah Hearn was the last out of the 4th inning. 1 quick out for Aiden Ruiz. The right-hander comes set from the windup. Kicks and fires. Fastball at the top of the zone for a strike, 0-1. Oh, and 1 here with 1 out. Slider just misses, 1-1. That one finds the zone, same pitch, different spot. 1-2. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 called, rings him up with 1 hand behind the plate. Still umpiring after the injury to his left arm. That is a feat behind the plate. And in comes the designated hitter, JT Summers. Down in the dirt, a ball, 1-0. That is outside, 2-0. And that is shot high, deep to right field. Daniels ranging back a couple steps shy of the wall. Makes the grab for the 3rd out of the inning. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Lefties still only trailing by 2. Very much a ball game. When we come back, they try to claw a little bit closer. Bottom of the 5th inning. And leading things off here is the Port Angeles Lefties third baseman, George Smith. Ridgefield is letting their starter work into the bottom half of the 5th inning. They let him go further than Port Angeles. Let their starter go. And the foul ball down the third baseline makes it 0-1 on Smith. Owen 1. George Smith. The pitch on the way. Grounded, fouled on the third baseline once more. Once again, it stays foul, and it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. George Smith awaiting, and it's up high, 1-2. I know for certain, if I was Sisk behind the plate, I would not like the side of an errant fastball. That one almost getting above the glove of the backstop behind the plate, Bo Rico. That one in the dirt, 2-2. Two and two, nobody out. Starter working into the 5th inning here. Parker Hines. As we are halfway through this ball game. The pitch on the way to George Smith. Grounded foul once again. Everything he's hit foul, he's pulled, even that one. The curveball couldn't ring up Smith there. He was able to get a piece. It was below the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes to George Smith. Hines comes set. The pitch on the way is up high, left a ball. 3-2, the count goes full. The payoff pitch to the leadoff hitter, George Smith, is incoming. Here is the pitch on the way. Fouled back again. A long at bat here from George Smith. A battle on either side. Parker Hines looking to set him down as a right-hander warms up in the bullpen for the Ridgefield Raptors. The Raptors, a pretty visually pleasing uniform set, at least so far through this series. They've worn full grays last night with black numbers, as that is fouled off again. This at bat beginning to get up there in pitches. This right here should be number 10. Three-two once again, fouled back once again. George Smith just absolutely eating the pitch count of Parker Hines out on the mound. The longest at bat of the homestand. Unless you count the one earlier this game that was interrupted by the injury of the home plate umpire. That one probably ran on for longer than any at bat so far. But in terms of pitches, this takes the crown as that's fouled back again. George Smith refuses to leave the batter's box. We'll see a payoff again. Here it comes. Heinz to Smith. Unbelievable. Another foul ball. This at bat into the double digits. Three and two to Smith. Once again, here it comes. Strike three called on the outer edge. Heinz wins possibly the best at bat of the homestand. Smith sees 13 pitches and is sat down via the way of the K. And with one out, Jordan Daniels will step up to bat. Just outside a ball, 1-0. One ball, no strikes. Daniels fouls one off. It's 1-1. Daniels 1 for 1 tonight. Last night, Jordan Daniels was not in the starting lineup. In Game 3 against the Pickles, however, as this is called a strike on the outside edge. Daniels did not finish the game. He started in right field, went 0 for 2, walked twice, and was pinch hit for by Luke Floodstrom. Daniels awaiting the 1-2 with one out. Waves and misses, tried to send that one a mile, but instead comes up empty.
A center fielder from Centralia College, number 11.
Sam Matisich steps in, a guy with the power to leave the yard. And that will do it for the day of Parker Heights. It'll be a new arm out of the bullpen for the Ridgefield Raptors. And we will come back after the pitching change, where the Lefties, with 2 gone in the inning, look to start a rally against a new arm. it's Cole Schmidt out of the bullpen. As if you take a look here, the sun has sank below the shadow line at Civic Field as Matisich waves and misses at the first pitch. There is no more shadow issue in terms of seeing the baseball. And it is 8:15 p.m. where this has no longer become an issue, as that is a curveball left below the zone, 1-1. Wave and a miss from Matisich there. 1-2. One and two to Sam Matisich. The pitch on the way is left up high. Good take there, relatively close to the zone. It's 2-2 with 2 gone. Lefties in a close game here look to start things off against a new arm. 2-2 with 2 outs in the inning. Ground ball foul for Matisich. Fun fact, last year it was in these jerseys that Sam Matisich hit the walk-off home run that he hit, as that is left down below 3-2. That home run is featured in the team's intro video for pregame every day. As this is called strike 3 at the bottom of the zone. Trackman has it there. And now we go to the top of the 6th. Lefties trail 2-0. Zach Wattis in here in the top of the 6th inning. It is a 2-0 ball game. Ridgefield leads as that is shot down the first base line. Ethan Wood puts a glove on it and takes it to the bag. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the 6th inning. Just like that. And after Zach Wattis, it is Cade Ladahoff. Ladahoff 0 for 2 tonight. First pitch in there, called a strike. Off speed, dotted right on the corner. Couldn't have put that pitch in a better spot. Waved and missed at the slider. And now 0-2 quickly on Ladahoff. Ruiz comes out of the bullpen and is pretty effective so far tonight, as the 0-2 is just off the plate away. 1-2 now. The wind has died down here at Civic Field. The flag in right center staying put for the most part. It was pretty gusty here earlier, as that is slapped into center field. Matisic stands under it and has time to pitch a tent before that thing falls. 2 gone here in the 6th inning. And that'll bring up Bo Rico, the catcher. Ladahoff and Rico, both new additions to the lineup today. Rico did not play last night. As the first pitch is in there for a strike. That one as well. Just catches the edge. 0-2 now. Ruiz looking for a quick 6th inning. Pitch on the way. Waved out and missed in the dirt. And Caden Young gloves it before it hits the ground. So it's a clean strikeout and a quick 6th inning. We go to the bottom half of the 6th, where the lefties need to get the bats going pretty quickly. We're starting to count outs here. 12 remain. Caden Young leading things off here in the bottom of the 6th inning for Port Angeles as they look to get things started here. They're being out hit 3-2, outscored 2-0, but never too late for some offense. Oh, 0-1 to Caden Young. Grounded, left side. And a fair ball down the line. Young is looking for extra bases, and he almost trips and falls on his way to second base. He's able to regain his balance and get in there standing for a double. Just hops over the bag down the left field line. And the Ridgefield, head coach now coming out to have a conversation with the home plate umpire. Probably to make a case that the ball went foul, but the home plate umpire has a better view and authority over the call. So now, with a runner on second base, Ethan Wood steps in as the tying run, and someone who hit 15 home runs in college this year and has one in Port Angeles already. You do not hate having at the plate here. Representing the tying run. The pitch on the way. Left at the top of the strike zone for strike one. Up the middle. Won't get through. The shortstop playing close to the bag, and Barrazo makes the throw over to first. One gone, but it does get the job done. Advance the leadoff runner, Caden Young, over to third base, so the lefties have one 90 feet away with one out. Enoch stepping in now. Enoch 0 for 2 tonight. And that is left up high. Curveball doesn't get hammered down enough. It's 1-0. A ball in play likely makes this game 2-1. As that is downstairs. Pitch on the way. Strike called. That was there. Trackman had that there. Just below the middle and a little bit off to the right. The top border of that lower right section of the grid of 9. 2-1. Wave and a miss from Enoch. 2-2 now. Even count. Enoch looking to put the ball in play. That is in play. Center field. That'll do it. Throw in. It is a rocket, and Caden Young makes contact with the ball on the way in. The run scores. It is 2-1.
The left fielder from
the job done there by Carter Enoch, and that'll bring in Matt Inako. 2 outs here, bases empty, clean slate for him. And he's looking to put them back in it here. Maybe get on base. Hit a solo shot. Tie this game up. As that is down low. Akko, the left fielder, obviously hit the home run last night. We know he's got the power to do it. He tried right there, 2-1. After the wave and a miss, quality swing. Couldn't quite put bat on baseball. It's 2-1 here. That's fouled away. He went from a swing and a miss to a swing and a foul ball. Let's see if he can put this one in play. Two out. Pitch on the way. Wave and a miss. Down goes Matt Inako, but the lefties do get one back on a sacrifice fly from Carter Enoch. We go to the 7th inning, and it's a 1-run ball game. Jaden Blaulick, as the temperature sits around 48 degrees here on a late spring Port Angeles evening. Leaves one up high. Aiden Ruiz, a very effective top of the 6th inning. He's now pitching in the top of the 7th. As that pitch doesn't find the zone, 1-1. That one finds the zone, though. 1-2 now. Leadoff hitter Jaden Blaulick awaiting the 1-ball, 2-strike pitch. It is a slider that spikes in front of Caden Young behind the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The wind is picked up once again, blowing out to left field. As that one gets away from Ruiz as well. A rare sight seeing 2 left-handers pitch in the same game for the Port Angeles Lefties. They are very limited on their left-handed arms. It's been purely righties off the mound up until this game. That is popped up, and Moeller gets under it. Drifts to his right a little bit, makes the grab. There's one gone in the top of the 7th inning. That brings up Reed Farrell, the right fielder.
16, Reed Farrell.
Farrell takes the first pitch up high for a ball. Ruiz working effectively so far. That's a ball outside, 2-0. That's shot down the left field line and foul. As the sun continues to set, a really beautiful view out there of Port Angeles with the mountains in the background. As this pitch shot to center field, Matisic ranging in, and the play made on a dive by Jordan Daniels. He lays out for that baseball, makes the play, and there's 2 gone here in the 7th inning.
The center fielder, number 36, Isaiah Hearn.
Shot left field, ranging back, Daniels, he just watches, it's gone. A 2-out shot from Isaiah Hearn puts the Raptors up 3-1 here in the top of the 7th inning. 99 miles an hour off the bat, 369 feet. A line drive that got over the fence out there in right field. Just had carry. So Ruiz gives up his first run of his outing. And now in steps Ken Tomitaka as the top of the order. Pitch on the way. Strike 1 called at the bottom of the zone. Up high, 1-1.
Count is 1-1. To scoreboard, the count is 1-1.
Cut and miss. It's 1-2 now. That's fouled back. Here's the pitch on the way. It is just foul down the third base line. 1-2. The count remains the same. That's fouled away as well. In the dirt. 2-2. Lengthy at bat here. Late in the top of the 7th inning, a solo shot just gave Ridgefield a 3-1 lead. That is fouled back, and once again, the count remains 2-2. Outside, the count fills up 3-2. Another long at bat here. Not the first lengthy plate appearance of the night. And that is hit hard but foul. Three, two out. The payoff pitch on the way. Swung on, grounded third base side. He watches it into his glove and fires across the diamond. George Smith on the play there. And we go to the bottom of the 7th. Lefties now back, trailing by 2 once again after the solo home run from Jaden Blalock. And we will be back. Grounded left side to kick off the bottom half of the 7th inning, and Angel Vasquez is quickly retired. And we've got a pinch hitter. Replacing Wyatt Moeller at second base, it is going to be Caleb Campbell.
Your attention, please. Now batting for your Port Angeles Lefties, number 30, Caleb Campbell.
Campbell homered in the first game of this homestand. Watches the first pitch curveball in there.
So instead of bowler, it's 32. Your first step.
First pitch curveball, a sign of respect usually to the hitter. Doesn't want to throw him something down the middle, a fastball that he can hit, which is usually what a big league hitter is expecting. Caleb Campbell, after going yard against the Portland Pickles, probably deserves that sign of respect. That's down low. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two balls, 1 strike, and 1 out here in the inning. As that nearly runs in and gets Campbell. It's 3-1. Three and one here to Campbell. Popped center field. It is called off by the center fielder Isaiah Hearn out there. And he will come in and make the grab for the second out.
The third baseman from Regis University, number 32, George Smith.
George Smith in now with 2 outs, trying to keep the bottom of the 7th inning alive and start a rally here for Port Angeles. Down low, 1 ball, no strikes. Slide right side and foul out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. Inside, misses, and gets away from the catcher, Bo Rico. That's fouled away as well. Fastball just above the zone. Smith gets under it, fouls it back into the cage behind the plate. Now it's 2-2 with 2 gone in the bottom of the 7th inning. And it's grounded softly to the right side, scooped by Blalock and flipped over to first base. So, to the top of the 8th inning we go. Lefties trail 3-1. Casey Jolkowski out of the bullpen for Port Angeles, the right-hander from Centralia College. As his first pitch is in there, a strike. And it's 0-1 here, as that is waved at and missed. Fastball by him. Jolkowski this season at Centralia, 36 and a third innings pitched, 27 hits, 18 earned runs allowed. No wins, no losses, and 2 saves on the season. Just high and outside for a ball. Two and two. As the shadow stops affecting the field of play here in Port Angeles, it starts affecting houses up on the hill. There's massive glare coming from a house out there, and it honestly looks just as bad on camera as it does real life. Almost blinding when you look out into center field. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes here. And that is popped over to shortstop. Vasquez gets under it, makes the grab. 1 gone here in the top of the 8th inning.
JT Summers.
Just down low. 1 ball, no strikes. Fouled away. Jolkowski, the right-hander, trying to give the lefties a relatively quick inning here, so they can get the bats back out there. As here's the 1-1. It's grounded and takes a hop off the infield into left field. The lip of the grass making it catch a little bit of air. JT Summers on the base paths with a 1-out single. Now here comes the cleanup hitter, Zach Wattis.
Number 25, 15.
There's going to be a pinch runner for the Ridgefield Raptors, and it is Ben Strutt. Strutt played center field last night. Now coming in to pinch hit for the designated hitter, JT Summers. Pinch run for the designated hitter. No balls, 1 strike. Outside, 2-0. That's up high as well. Clear night here in Port Angeles. The sun finally finishing its journey below the horizon, as that is called a strike on the outside edge. Moves the count to 2-2 now. A clear view of the Olympic Mountains. in right center field here at Civic. Jolkowski set 2-2. Down and away. Fills up the count. Wave and a miss, strike 3. The throw high and a leaping attempt at a tag. They thought on the field that it was going to be a strike him out, throw him out double play, but he is safe at second. A strikeout for Casey Jolkowski, and now Cade Ladahoff comes in. Ladahoff 0 for 3 tonight. Bo Rico on deck. As that's low for a ball. The slider's got a lot of drop to it and a lot of movement horizontally. Here's the pitch on the way. Called a strike right at the bottom of the zone. Trackman agrees. A dot on the lower inside corner to Cade Ladahoff. 1-1, 2 out. Inside, nearly runs in and gets him. Instead, it's 2-1. Grounded foul down the third base line. 2-2, 2 outs, and a runner on second here in a 2-run ball game. Wind softly, still blowing to left field. Early June, the night's continuing to get longer here in Port Angeles. 8:54 p.m. That is chopped to shallow center. And the third out of the inning as Vasquez squeezes it. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Lefties have 2 more shots at tying this ball game up. The first of which is coming up right after the break. Cole Schmidt still on the mound for the Ridgefield Raptors. Jordan Daniels stepping in to kick things off in the bottom of the 8th inning as he watches the first one low. Daniels 1 for 2 tonight with the diving catch in right field in the top of the 7th. Called a strike at the bottom of the zone. Perfectly located, down and away. Trackman has it right there on the edge. 1-1 here. Jordan Daniels awaiting. And that is hit pretty well out to center field, and he does make his way over there. Isaiah Hearn makes the grab for the first out of the inning.
Your attention, please.
That ball just over 300 feet, but to dead center field.
Number 2.
And we have another pinch hitter.
Patterson.
No longer Sam Matisich in the 9 spot for Port Angeles. It is Garrett Patterson, the two-way player. He's caught and pitched on this homestand. First pitch to him is called a strike. 0-1. The Port Angeles Lefties have not drawn a walk tonight. They do have 4 hits, the same amount as Ridgefield. As that is hit sharply towards shortstop, collected and fired to first by Perazo in time for the second out of the inning. That will likely be all for Garrett Patterson. It would surprise me to see a catcher-pitcher playing center field.
University, number 39,
as there is action in the Lefties bullpen. A right-hander. Fouled away by Caden Young as we go back to the top of the Lefties order. Nearing 9 o'clock at night here in Port Angeles. The sun still illuminating the sky, though it is below the point of shadows cast across the field. It is hit to the left side. Caden Young is out at first base, and now we go to the top of the 9th inning. The Lefties look to hold the 2-run deficit where it's at, so they can look to tie it in the bottom of the 9th inning. When we come back, it is the Ridgefield Raptors trying to expand their lead, get a little bit of insurance. There's new defensive substitutions here in the top of the 9th inning for the Port Angeles Lefties, including Garrett Patterson staying in the game in right field, Jordan Daniels being shifted over to center. George Smith goes from third base to second base. Caden Campbell goes from replacing Wyatt Moeller at second to third base. Shortstop and first base stay the same. Vasquez and Ethan Wood. The 0-1 just off the edge. 1 ball, 1 strike now. That is flared to left field down the line, and a fair ball. That's extra bases for the catcher, Bo Rico. At least 2, and he will get the stop sign and stay there. So nobody out, leadoff double for Bo Rico. As that brings up Jaden Blaulick, the man you do not want to see at the plate with runners on. He homered last time up in the 7th.
The second baseman, number 4, Jaden Blaulick.
Lefties trying to hold on to a 3-1 ball game. Down low. 1-0. Up high, a ball, 2-0. Casey Jolkowski, after giving up a leadoff double, needs to work his way back into the count here. That is grounded fair down the left field line. It is fielded over there by Campbell, but no throw to first base. So runners on first and second here with nobody out. And that'll bring up
right fielder number 16,
Reed Farrell. Grounded softly back to the mound. It is basically a swinging bunt. Moves both runners over. Softly hit. 18 miles an hour off the bat. A real screamer back to the mound.
The center fielder, number 36, Isaiah Hearn.
Both runners in scoring position here for Casey Jolkowski. Isaiah Hearn at the plate, and he gets behind Caden Young at the plate, but runners stay put where they are. 1-0. They're going to go talk to each other, have a little conversation. Caden Young might have been crossed up there. A little miscommunication in between signs, pitcher and catcher. Must have expected a different pitch. Gotten off speed, and it got by him. One and 0 to Hearn. Infield playing in. They will go to the plate if it's on the ground. Fouled back into the cage, 1-1. Just off the outside edge. Up high, a ball. 3-1. Ridgefield runs off of a wild pitch, an RBI single, and a solo home run. The Lefties got theirs in the bottom of the 6th inning with a sacrifice fly off the bat of Carter Enoch. 3-2, 1 out. Big pitch here. Flared foul off the net. Count remains 3-2. Raptors lead. Grounded line foul. Nearly gets the camera lined up there. The synergy camera against the dugout on the left side. That would be unfortunate. But it just misses and gets into the dugout of Ridgefield. Avoids all the players. Nobody's hurt. 3-2, 1 out. Strike 3 called on the outer edge. Casey Jolkowski is able to dig deep and find it, and now a ball in play can get the third out, and the Lefties can escape without another run. Second strikeout of Jolkowski's day. And that slider finds the inside edge. It looked like it was going to come and hit him for a second and breaks back across the middle of the plate. Ken Tomataka, the top of the order now for Ridgefield. One and one with 2 outs. Popped up center field. Daniels calls it. And makes the grab. Third out of the inning. Lefties escape. And they have 2 runs to crawl back from. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. It is rally time here for the Lefties. It's Ethan Wood. And the first pitch to him is down low, a ball. Rally time for the Port Angeles Lefties here. Down 2 in the bottom of the 9th inning. Ethan Wood to lead things off. He's homered in this homestand. That is grounded foul off of his own foot. The count is 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike here to Wood. Line left field side and getting out of play into the bullpen of the Ridgefield Raptors. Foul. It's still Cole Schmidt on the mound. Only 2 pitchers today for the Ridgefield Raptors, and what has been excellent so far. They've only allowed 1 run. That is low. Ethan Wood lays it off. It is 2 balls and 2 strikes to him. Two-two count. Nobody out. Leadoff hitter Ethan Wood. The pitch on the way. Grounded right side, foul. Count remains 2-2. Lefties could use a statement here and get a runner on to lead off the inning. 5 pitches so far this at-bat to Ethan Wood. That is fouled away, and he makes it 6. Lefty-righty matchup. Hitter has the advantage. And it's 2-2 again, grounded towards the right side of the infield. And the throw to first from Jaden Blalick is in time for the first out of the inning. Ethan Wood is sat down. That brings up the designated hitter, Carter Enoch.
Carter Enoch.
Pink sky and a sunset over Port Angeles. Doesn't get much prettier than nights like these. Enoch waving a miss at a fastball at the top of the zone. Lined up the middle, base hit, 98 miles an hour off the bat of Carter Enoch. That was barreled, and the Lefties have traffic and the tying run up with 1 out in the inning.
Your attention, please. Now batting for your Port Angeles.
It's a pinch hitter here
34,
to replace who would be Madanako. It is Nathan Huey. He will be coming into play left field if the Lefties play more baseball. As that misses, it's 1-0. Vasquez on deck. Then to follow him, Campbell. Left up high and away. Lefties could always use more traffic on the base pass in a situation like this. 2-0. And a conversation out there with Cole Schmidt as there's right-handed action in the bullpen of the Ridgefield Raptors. It is definitely time to let their guy out there get a little bit hotter. He'll try to drag it on for a minute, probably. Two 2-0 with 1 out, and the umpire comes in and makes him break it up. It's still 2-0 here. After the mound visit to talk Schmidt down a little bit, calm himself, as he takes a break and fires the 2-1 fastball in there, right on the lower outside corner to Nathan Huey. Huey the tying run. 3-1 ball game. Raptors out hitting Port Angeles 6-5. Enoch leading off first base. Huey drives one high but foul. 2-2. The shortstop Angel Vasquez on deck. He's 1 for 3 today. And here's the 2-2 to Huey. Strike 3 called. The one-arm ring-up of an injured umpire brings up Angel Vasquez as the tying run with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th inning.
Community College, number 12, Angel.
Creeping up on 9:20 p.m. here at Civic Field. A relatively quick ball game, even with the injury to the home plate umpire killing a decent amount of time, close to 20 minutes, as that pitch is right down the middle for ball 1. That one catches the zone. 1-1. Trackman had that one low. So had both calls been correct, the count would be 1-1 regardless. 2 outs here to Vasquez. Swinging a foul ball. A curveball, he just nicked it. Took it foul. 1-2. Port Angeles down to their final strike tonight. 1-2 to Vasquez. 2 gone in the inning. Enoch leading off first, and that one misses inside. Carter stays put off first base. 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Carter Enoch leading off of first. Vasquez, the tying run at the plate. Here comes the pitch on the way. Chopped at and hit foul. It will get down out there, and we will keep playing baseball tonight. A good at-bat here from Vasquez in a situation like this. Posed as the tying run here. Here's the pitch on the way. Yeah. Again, an excuse me swing, just keeping it foul. Two outs. Again fouled away. Vasquez putting up a great at-bat here. Base hit here keeps the inning alive. Anything other than that, we go home. Pitch on the way. Down low in the dirt. This time Enoch runs his way into scoring position in a full count, and things look interesting once again. Leading off second base is Carter Enoch. 3-2, 2 outs. Schmidt comes set. Campbell on deck. Vasquez waits. Fouls off another pitch. And you've got to assume that if this batter Vasquez reaches, it'll be the end of the day for Cole Schmidt, especially after the mound visit earlier in the at-bat and action in the Raptors bullpen. The tying run being on base, as that is ball 4 above the zone, and there's action here. Vasquez, the tying run, standing on first base, and they will let Cole Schmidt keep pitching here. Caleb Campbell, who's homered already in this homestand, now comes up as the winning run here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Tying run stands on first base. First pitch down low, he misses. 1-0. One ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Caleb Campbell watches it outside. 2-0, he's ahead in the count against Cole Schmidt. Campbell leaves that one low. It's 3 balls, no strikes now. A walk would put the tying run on second base. with the bases loaded for George Smith, the second baseman.
Do it.
3-0.
Come on. Auto take. Yes.
Take here no matter what. He does, and it's strike one down the middle. Trackman has it centered perfectly in the middle of the strike zone. And here's 3-1. The green light pitch. 2 outs. Winning run at the plate. He fouls it off. 3-2. Full count, 2 outs. The tying run on first base, winning run at the plate. Caleb Campbell, the ultimate payoff pitch on the way. Schmidt kicks, fires, flied right center field. He's trailing back to his right, and he gets under it and makes the grab. Third out of the inning, the lefties threaten but cannot come up with it. A fly ball hit by Caleb Campbell, rain in out there by Reed Farrell in right field.
Final score tonight, Lefties 1, Raps 3.
They cannot
We hope you enjoyed this evening.
pull this game out of the jaws of defeat. 3-1, they lose the series. Drop games 1 and 2. And they will return to Civic Field at 6:35 p.m. or, 1:35 p.m. on Sunday, June 7th.
And gates open at 12:35.
An afternoon game for Port Angeles. The first one this year. Even on the road trip, they did not play in the afternoon. It'll be the first daytime game for the Lefties. They almost come up with this one tonight, but they just cannot pull it out. The tying run was on first base with 2 outs, and Campbell hit a fly ball. Farrell rained it down in right field. That'll do it for tonight. Port Angeles falls 3-1 to the Ridgefield Raptors, and they lose the series. They come back tomorrow to try to take a game, and we will see you then. 1:35 p.m. tomorrow. That's it for tonight. I am Mason McLean, and with the rest of the Port Angeles Lefties press box, we wish you a good night.